Ralph Lindeman, here we are, championship season indoor. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah, I love this. I think our team is lit, and we're going to go to Albuquerque and light the place on fire.
Yeah, it should be fun. Let's start with the women. They've been putting up some really good scores as of late, and put together a really good team on that side.
Really excited. I think it may be a team that has a chance to have our best finish in the women's championships maybe ever. Right now on paper, I have a 7th out of 11 teams, but only 5 points out of 5th. We've got those women that are coming off that 8th place NCAA cross country championship team, and they're going to score a lot of points for us. We're counting on that. First event of the meet is a distance medley, and we'll have 3 of them on that relay, and we'll open the meet on a good note. We're really excited about both relays, the distance medley that opens the meet and the 4x400 meter relay that closes the meet. Both those teams are going to feature senior captain Kelsey Owens, who happens to be from Albuquerque. I'm sure she's heading into the meet with stars in her eyes. And then, we've not been that great in the lane events or in the field events, with the exception of maybe the women's high jump, where Ari Martinez, sophomore, another Albuquerque native, has a good chance to score high. But, our emphasis with our women in those events is going to be, hey, do everything you can to make the final. Have the race of your life on Friday, have the jump of your life, the throw of your life to make the finals. And you make the finals and you're scoring.
Yeah, that's awesome. And on the men's side, of course, you got some perennial possible repeat champions.
Yeah, we do. Colorado State is, on paper, an overwhelming favorite. But we hope to do something about that. Terrell Bradford, senior captain from right here in Colorado Springs, having a great year, and we think he's going to lead us. And in the sprint events, we return guys that scored 16 points in the 400. Right now, we're not ranked that high, but I believe in those guys. I believe they're going to come through, including Zach Dickin, reigning Mountain West indoor champ. Right now, he's ranked only 4th in the conference, but I know what Zach is made of, so we're excited about that. We expect to score well in the distance events. Pole vault, we have the top 8 guys in the conference. One's hurt, another one's out. We're going to take 6 pole vaulters. We hope to go 1 through 6. Yeah. So that'll obviously be a huge event for us as well.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you wanted to say about this championship? How do you approach it? Before we talk about some former Falcons who are doing some great things too, how do you approach this? How do you talk to your team going into this event? I mean, as underdogs, knowing the CSU, the big dog is there.
Yeah, great question. We feel like we have a process for every one of these championships. Today we have separate team meetings for our women's and men's teams, and they're going to hear from me about our process. And our process is we've got to have 28 guys and 21 women that were entering the meet have their best performance in the indoor season. Doesn't necessarily mean their best time, because we are at altitude in the distance races, but they have to have their best event of the indoor season. If we have 28 men and 21 women that can put it together, then we're going to score well as a team. We don't talk about where we sit as a team. We're not going to talk about, they'll hear from me a little bit that CSU's the favorite, and our women will hear from me a little bit who the favorites are, but I'm excited about how they respond to that process. And 5 of the last 8 championships, indoors and outdoors, our teams have just lit it up and exceeded expectations, exceeded my form chart. 5 of the past 8. If we can do that again, we're going to have a great finish from both the women and the men.
That's awesome. Now, there are some former Falcons doing something pretty exciting this week.
Yeah, we're really excited. I wish I could pay more attention to it, but we have 4 of our alums in the United States Olympic Marathon Trials in Atlanta on Saturday, same day we're going at it in Albuquerque. Early in the morning, I'm going to pay attention to my phone, trying to get results, but on the men's side, Jim Walmsley, 2012 grad, who really led our team to our first ever Mountain West Conference title outdoors when it was right here. On our outdoor track. Right now, he's the leading ultra marathoner in the world, really. And so what's an ultra marathoner? He runs 50 milers and 100 milers. Okay, crazy.
Yes.
Okay, But he's dedicated himself to it, and this will be his first marathon. And the critics are all saying, "Well, Jim's not fast enough, because he runs 100 miles and 50 miles." But guess what? Jim was our conference champion in the steeple and the 5,000. He ran a 4:04 mile for us. He's got some speed, and the critics don't know that.
Right.
So, and then Ben Payne, great article on him this week in the Gazette. We're so proud of him, and this is a guy that he's a pilot, lives locally, and now has a young family. He actually flew our seniors to the NCAA championships a couple years ago when they had to leave right after graduation, and he piled them in a C-12 and flew them to their graduation. And then on the women's side, J.C. Smith, our star from a year ago, is running her first marathon. And then she was Lindy Long for us, Lindy Long Jones. Is going to be competing also. So we've got 4 former Falcons in the U.S. Olympic Marathon trials. We're excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's going to be a great weekend for you. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Ryan.